Let's get on to the PlayStation 5 and Xbox Series X portion of the show where we talk about what's going on with those two next generation consoles because, as you know, they're right around the corner. I mean, literally right around the corner. We got about a week and change left before these consoles are in the hands of gamers. I say the hands of gamers because they won't be in the hands of this gamer because this gamer hasn't been able to pre-order his yet. What is going on, Microsoft? What is going on? But anyway, nah, we'll see. You know, wish me luck. Wish me luck for by the 10th. Hopefully, I can get a pre-order in. Yeah, this week the industry got to unbox these consoles. They got to unbox the PlayStation 5, all of its little accessories like the controller, the headphones, and I'm missing something. I don't know what the other thing is. I think it's a camera. I don't even remember. But anyway, the point is, they unboxed that. They unboxed the Series S. They unboxed the Series X, and there's things to talk about on those fronts. And then we got the final trailer, the launch trailer for the PlayStation 5. And then Microsoft today put out, I guess, their final, I don't want to say final, but they put out a nice hype reveal trailer for the Xbox Series X. Now, here's the thing. Here's the thing. There's a lot said. There's a lot said within all of these contents. Within unboxing videos, within trailers, within the actual boxes of the unboxing videos. So I'm going to cover all of that the way nobody else will because it seems that nobody else wants to actually cover things the way they naturally would have if the shoe was on the other foot. Now, just to be clear, where many will say, oh, this is the fanboy portion of the show, it is not. This is the truth portion of the show. The portion of the show, like all the other part of the show, the truth. What people do not want to say, what people do not want to hear, what people do not like to say, what people do not like to hear, because they know that they're the ones who put their fingers in their ears during these moments in life and the ones that look away during these moments in life because they love to act blind to the truth. But me, oh nah, I don't let it pass, I don't let it slide. So without further ado, let's get into it. Starting with unboxings. So I watched unboxing videos by myself. I watched unboxing videos with my girl. I watched unboxing videos from IGN, Steam. Just name them. Like you just write in these console names on YouTube, unboxing videos are gonna pop up. I watched a ton of them, right? Because at first I couldn't believe my eyes, but then after I watched it with my girl, they didn't say not a damn thing to her. And then heard her reaction to it. I was like, all right, so I'm not crazy. See, this is the thing. I don't, like I said, I gained nothing from hating on PlayStation. And then listen, I told y'all straight up when I was going to be like, yo, yeah, I'm going in on PlayStation after all their lies from earlier this year, right? Y'all know I got mad. I was transparent about the whole thing before that. Was I not fair? Was I not trying to cover all their stuff and then being like, yo, where they at? Yo, what's going on? No transparency. Like, that wasn't me hating. That was all genuine, honest, Red Knight giving y'all the truth. And when their lies came to fruition, I said, yo, they always do this shit. And then I went in on them, and I went in on their audience. Everything I've said about them and their audience has been proven true time and time again since then and just throughout history. And here we are this week, and yet again. So check this out. I just want to start at the beginning. When the PlayStation 5 was revealed, and it was mad big, I said, yo, the fact that people aren't making a big deal about this just goes to show you how Sony has this thing in this industry where they have a protective shield, where they have this magical ability to make people not want to talk shit about them. So Xbox came out with the giant beast consoles in the past. They're all smaller than this console. And they got shitted on for years. Nintendo came out with Purple Lunchbox, got shitted on for that. Sony, nothing. They've never had any criticism towards any of their hardware, ever, right? Now, I'm not saying, oh, they should just be criticized because the other ones were criticized. No. I'm saying now, when they should be, and they aren't. And now, let's be clear. I'm going to say something right now. I truly do believe that the people who deal with the jiggly wigglies over at Sony, I do believe that they did a hell of a job with the hardware. I believe they did a hell of a job with the controller and the post triggers and all of that good stuff, which I'm going to talk about in a second. I do truly believe that they did a good ass job with all of that. Console, airflow and all of that shit. I believe that. Right? I believe that. All the innards. But then when it came time for the people to design the thing that they were going to actually sell to humans, because remember, you see the V-shaped development kit of the PlayStation 5, that shit is nothing like the PlayStation 5 retail version. You look at the Series X looks like the Xbox One X. It looks exactly like if they were side by side, you wouldn't be able to really tell them apart. But one is a development kit for the next generation. and one is just the current console on store shelves, right? So you see where it was like, all right, yeah, this is the way it looked. It looked like the last console, and obviously they share a lot of the same stuff, complete backwards compatibility. Every single game, unless it's a connecting, works on the new console. All of that, over 500,000 hours of testing backwards compatible games, and all of that good stuff. You've heard it a million times already ad nauseum. You know. But they decided, all right, this is the form factor of the Xbox One X. This is the, the development kit. All right, we want this thing to have airflow. How could we best design this to sell this to consumers, not have any red ring of death issues or da. And they came up with the monolith, the tower, the two GameCubes stacked together, the Xbox Series X, that beautiful piece of tech. Where Sony, they was like, listen, man, just throw this thing together, put these flaps on. Like, somebody who don't care about video games design that shit for a fact. Where we know why the Xbox hardware looks amazing now. They took the Surface team, who makes all their beautiful laptops, and they got them to make the hardware now. And that's why Xboxes don't look like, these goofy, stupid pieces of shit anymore. They look like these sleek-ass devices because you got a team that, they do focus groups and they know design. That's what they do. And they got them to do the hardware. Great. Sony, on the other hand, it was just like, yeah, do whatever you could, throw it together. And it feels like that. And I'm not saying this to hate. It feels like that. Yo, when you look at the Xbox Series Xbox, these people, and by these people, I mean all of the industry folk, when they unboxed their consoles, they ripped the box that the console box was going to be in. When they opened the actual cardboard box, inside it was branded with whatever console you got, Xbox Series X or Xbox Series X. I'm talking about the brown shitty cardboard that you're gonna goddamn throw away. That cardboard was branded inside Xbox Series X, Xbox Series S. You get rid of that. Now you got your Xbox box. You look at the boxes to the PlayStation and you look at the box to the Xboxes, it's night and fucking day. I'm not saying this to hate. It is night and day. One is just a half picture of a PlayStation. The other one is the console's whole top piece, or the black speaker looking setup of the Series S on the console. In the back you got Halo. You got different games being showcased, 4K, this, that. That's all there. The PlayStation box, it's pretty much crickets. No highlighting of anything, rarely games, nothing like that. I'm like, all right, whatever. You open the Series X or the Series S box, or hell, even the goddamn controller to the Series X and S, and your console is sitting protected in this snuggly, basic enclosing that looks super protective. The Series X has this black foam around it. It comes up in a way where you don't even want to open the box. My girl was like, damn, it makes me feel like I just want to keep the box in that and find a way for it to get circulation, to keep it plugged in and everything just in the box. It looks so beautiful, like it's being served up to you. I'm like, it does. And then the Series S one we watched, and we was like, it does. And then you see the PlayStation 5. Yo, on my mama, you open this thing. At the top, they got the little box that's gonna have your shouldn't exist stand, that thing, your controller and your HDMI cables, your power cord, right? And then under that, it's literally like, yo, when you went to Toys R Us back in the day and bought like some cheap ass, RC car that it was just like a cardboard piece on the side, and your thing was inside of a box, just in there jiggling. I swear that's the way the PlayStation 5 was packed. A $500 device. I told you not too long ago that, my girl got a MacBook, whatever. Yeah, she got a MacBook. When that shit came, the way it came packed in and closed and everything, I was like, shit, that shit looked like you pulling out something that looks like it should be, I don't know, like used on the plane or something. It looks awesome, you know what I mean? And then, what else? Looking at the I actually went and grabbed my Wii box, and I was like, yeah, it came with the two blue boxes that had everything mad, sleek, nice, and closed. Shit looked professional. Grabbed my Wii U box. Yes, I still own that shit too. And I looked at it, and it was the same thing. And obviously the premium version where you get I forgot even completely that you got the points for like the first few months if you got the premium version of the Wii U. Like, a part of me even forgot that there was two versions of the Wii U. But anyway, I was looking at that. I was like, yeah, look how this shit comes packed. And I'm like, I never seen some shit like this where it was like, yeah, box on the side, throw that shit to them. Shit feels all rushed down to, let's go now to the year of their no transparency. Yeah, they put on some shows that people claimed was good, that was based on lies, because when the truth came, what people were hyping those shows based off was the fact that they were looking at games that could not run on current gen consoles, when you found out that that was all factually a lie. Now, I'm not saying that these consoles can run the little water effects on Spider-Man, but the game, you best believe the full game is there. You know, it's there. But somehow that game is still being treated like it's a real next-gen game. It's a real next-gen game. Xbox don't got real next-gen game. I'm like, but wait, the same thing that Spider-Man is doing for the PS4 version to the PS5 version is the same thing that Forza Horizon is doing, that Gears Tactics is doing, which is a brand new game to consoles, actually, which Gears 5 is doing, and even more, because that game is running 120 frames per second, and got multiplayer and all that, and you can play the game as Bautista. I'm like, wait, why don't these count? Oh, because those have already been there, but if you never played them, they new to you, and the entry point to get to them is way cheaper than it is for Spider-Man. You can play all these games for the price of Spider-Man, and more, for the next upcoming months. That's not a lie. That is a fact. I'm not saying it to hate. I'm saying it because it's the truth. Now, let's be clear. What I'm trying to pinpoint here is the fact that since this thing was revealed, yeah, you had your video game shows, the 2 shows that they had. Other than that, you haven't seen Sony feel confident about a goddamn motherfucking thing. They put out their trailer, the final launch trailer, and it's Travis Scott talking over a bunch of imagery of fucking nothing. No games, nothing that represents video games, no video games. There's no Spider-Man, there's no Demon Souls, there's no fucking anything. And then it's like, yo, nobody's saying nothing about this. And I'm looking around like, yo, am I fucking crazy? Am I fucking crazy? Like, why nobody saying nothing about this? Remember when the Wii U ads first came out with all those boxes? I said, yo, that ain't it. That's one of the worst video game ads I've ever seen. And I remember a lot of Nintendo fans got mad at me for that. I'm like, yo, y'all bugging. Like, why would I want to hate? I'm the one who's been hyping this Wii U shit. Like, I'm telling you, they missing the mark. They missing the mark by not having the Wii controller in the box. And they missing the mark with these ads. Like, who's doing these ads? What happened to the we would like to play, to the good stuff, to the 3DS, to the... What happened? Why these ads are so terrible? And then you find out, I was like, oh yeah, there's a whole new ad company. The ones who did it for the Wii, they left. And the 3DS, they left. And now Nintendo got this new company. And they sucked. And then they switched companies. And then that's the Switch one. And when the Switch was coming out, I was saying, yo, down to the... This is perfection right here. This is how you market a console. You know what I'm saying? It's like, yo, I'm not saying this shit to hate. I'm going to just say the truth. If something is bad, I'm going to say, yo, that shit is bad. I don't care who it is. If they came out with a trailer today, not a trailer, a commercial for Age of Calamity, and the commercial was bad, I'm going to say, yo, it's bad. And if I say it's bad, it's factually going to be bad. Because if I say it's bad, it's Zelda. Like, what's bad about it? It's like, yo, they didn't show the game. You're right. That is bad. I'm like, exactly. Like, how you do an Age of Calamity ad and be like, the age was the Age of Calamity. And then it just says the date the game releases and don't show the game. Huh? What? The fuck is that? I'm gonna say something. I'm not gonna be a fanboy and I'm gonna say that's a bad ad. I don't know what Nintendo's doing over there. That's what I did for the Wii U, and then look how that turned out. Did it for the Switch, look how that turned out. And I'm doing it now for the PlayStation, not because I want to hate, because it's crazy to me that they put out 4 ads now with these real humans in them. I think it's 3 actually. It's the bow and arrow girl, it's the dude on the boat, and then there's this one. And all 3 of them, there's not 1 millisecond of video games in it. That's factually a bad ad. As gamers, we should all be questioning that. Why is this new Sony, these new people who run it? That's my problem. The Jiggly Wiggly is all good, but the people who run in the way we actually get to the shit, they're awful. From their lies to their marketing. It's like, why y'all shying away from gaming? Y'all did this the best, the live action ads, and y'all live action ads are the worst. Now, I'm not saying every live action ad Sony had was amazing. We remember the little baby PlayStation 3 ads. Those shits was weird. But it's like, yo, this is awful. Like, there's no video game footage here at all. At all. And then Microsoft puts out their ad, and I forget the name of it. It's something like, I actually want to look up the name because I know the PlayStation name is launch, launch day trailer. That's what it's called. I want to look up the Xbox one because the Xbox one has a name, and I remember it was something there that reminded me of Nintendo, which I was like, it's funny because I know if you listen to me, you're gonna be like, yo, this dude is always want to compare the Xbox now to the Wii era of Nintendo and da da da, and it's like, yo, it was something there that reminded me of it, and I got to look at it so that I can tell you what it was. All right, here we go. I'm gonna find it. All right. You are the future of gaming. That's what it's called. Xbox, you are the future of gaming ad. This ad shows xCloud. Not xCloud. Game Pass Ultimate, playing games through the cloud. They show Game Pass. They show playing on PC. They show playing on your phone. They show playing at home on the Xbox. They showed all of it. They showed Assassin's Creed. They showed Halo Infinite. They showed, I mean, just name them. They showed them. They showed the games in there, right? They showed people playing games with headsets on, controllers on. No different from the rooftop parties and all the Switch ads. I can relate to these ads. I see why I like these ads. And I'm like, this is a good ad. Shorten this 1 minute and 47-second ad down to like 30 seconds. This could be on TV all day. It'll be great. It covers everything that Xbox is about. Shows the breadth of where you buy a game here. You're not just tethered to one box. This is not something where, you know, you're in prison here. You're free to explore your experiences. You know, dream. I don't mean to be the goddamn, you know, spokesperson, but it is that, you know, power your dreams. Like, what you want to play yet? You dreamt of it, you could do it, you know? So, yeah, it's called You Are the Future of Gaming. And the last word, this is what I remember now. The last word of this ad, it was you. And it basically was telling you it's all about you, about making you comfortable. And then it ends with the word you. Remember Wii U? Just saying. I know, oh, that's a curse, it could fail. Well, if it fails, it will be the best goddamn console still. You know what I'm saying? With the best backwards compatibility. Oh shit, that is the Wii U. Holy crap. They haven't I been saying that they turned it into Wii U? That's crazy. And the Switch is that. They just stripped away all of the soul. You know, so Xbox is going to try to bring it back with the soul. Hopefully they succeed. I don't want it to fail because a console like the Wii U needs to exist. You know, the Iwata box needs to exist. And I mean with all of the ideas that he brought forward before he passed away. And y'all know I'm saying that as a fan. This is not to hate on Nintendo. It's just the truth. And I say, you know, let me click this real quick. I want to hear the last line. I don't know if it actually verbalizes it. Let me see. Gamers are at the heart of everything we do for Xbox. We're building this for you. Wang, and the shit ends. That is a gaming ad. Look, let's be clear. I'm not saying none of this to try to, oh yeah, bag on play. I'll tell y'all straight up, if I'm in the mood where I just want to shit on Sony, I don't care. I don't got their console. And they deserve to be, you know, the punching bag of the industry because they always get pampered. I'm just bringing it up because you can see the pampering. If this was anyone else, flip the script from the way that console launched to from its hype to its, you know, from its rollout of not showing nothing, from lying about what games, oh yeah, we're cutting ties with the last generation, from the price of the games to the price of the hardware to the fact that the hardware is ugly as shit to the fact that it's mad big to the fact that they're putting out ads after ads after ads and not showing games. You think that the industry wouldn't eat Nintendo alive? Microsoft alive? They fucking would have used this. This would have powered up their fanboy nutsack and they would have flew through the fucking moon. You understand what I'm telling you? And now it's not happening because it's Sony. And I just wanted to bring this up just to say this because I told you that I was going to stop with the whole Sony shit. We already here. We already at the end of the damn race to the console. Once the hardware's out, it's nothing to talk about unless it's something that's blasphemous, that it's like, yo, you can not talk about it. Like, if it's just a Sony problem, I don't care. I'm not going to bother to cover it. Not going to talk about it. I just wanted to make it clear so y'all know that when you're like, oh, yo, Red not talking about that, he not talking about it, because it doesn't matter, because you can't change it. Not that I want to, but it's just that they're not going to say nothing, nobody going to say nothing. It's not the same treatment. They're always going to be the Pampers. There's always going to be a Sony bias. Most people are fucking Sony drones in the industry. I just wanted you to pinpoint that. Like, opening those boxes, like, you just open the Series X box. You open this box, there's no worry that you're not going to verbalize it. What the fuck is that? Like, that's exactly what my girl said. In those same words, like, yo, what the fuck is that? Like, that's the way it really comes? And I was like, no. I'm like, let's watch another one. Maybe this was just this person's. Every single, we watch Justine's. We watch Justine's sister. Like, you know what I'm saying? And I'm not even sub to those people. I just see their videos there. I actually watch a couple of their videos because of the whole Xbox fridge thing that I'm going to get to in a second. But we watch those and I was like, yo. And we watch a dude, the funny dude, I forget his name, yo, the black, you know, the fat dude who he be unboxing everything. He's cool, though. Like, he's always funny and fucking always seems super happy. I forget his name. I can't even look him up to tell you his name. I'm mad. I hate mentioning people and not being able to give them, you know what I'm saying, they props. But you know, he one of the only brothers out there who do what he do, and it's cool to see. He's been doing it for years. So, I gotta find this dude name. I'm gonna write Xbox unboxing. That's not a good way to describe somebody. Like, that ain't right. But yeah, the fridge. I'll start talking about the fridge while I look. They made three fridges. They brought the meme to life. This is what I'm saying. Like, everything Microsoft is doing is like, It's hitting stuff on the nose. It's that I know they don't got a Nintendo Direct, but it's remember you used to see like Iwata always doing interviews. You see Phil Spencer always doing interviews, and then them playing with the fan base. They've been doing that all year long, more than anybody else. And then they created the fucking refrigerator. In the refrigerator, they made three. One for Snoop Dogg, who's always been a huge Xbox fan. He even got the gold iced out Xbox logo chain. They made one for how this dude is not popping up in my inbox when he's usually the first one who pops up. That's crazy. They made one for Justine, which doesn't even fit in her house. She had it like in her garage and all of that. And I'm like, yo, this fridge is crazy. The top, they got the green glow effect that you would see on the top of the damn Series X. When you open it, it does the that opening sound of the Xbox when you turn it on. I'm like, insane. You know what I'm saying? They just went straight up all out. And this is what I'm talking about. Like, everything that they doing, if it was the other way around, people would be mentioning how asleep at the wheel Microsoft is. How, what are they doing? Nah. You know that's a fact. I'm not saying that to hate. I'm not saying that because I'm an Xbox fanboy, Nintendo fanboy, hate on Sony. No, I'm saying that because it is the truth. If the shoe was on the other foot, we would be going through all types of bullshit. So, yeah, I'm still trying to find this goddamn guy, and for some reason, there he is, Lamar Wilson. There he is with his crazy face on his goddamn box. Yeah, that's crazy that they didn't feed me his video at the top when I wrote Xbox unboxing. The video I see here is his unboxing of the One S, which is crazy. But the other day it was popping up. But yeah, Lamar Wilson, him, you know what I'm saying? He makes good videos. Yeah, we saw his unboxing, and I was like, yo, they really shipped that shit like that. That's crazy. And nobody gonna say nothing. And all the unboxing, I wanted to see if anybody mentioned it. Like, yeah, the way they boxed this in was trash. Nope, nothing. It was just like, it's all good, it's great. This the way. I'm like, all right. You can't tell me there's not a protective shield around goddamn. They literally got Daruke's power. Let's just put it like that. Sony is literally Daruke powered. You hit them, Daruke protection is gonna protect you. They ain't gonna feel shit. And that's just the fact of the matter. And that's why I feel like there's no point. You know what I'm saying? So anyway, let's get to other things I want to talk about real quick. So something that pissed me off. I was talking about earlier inclusion, right? Inclusion and options. Here we go. This is what I wanted to talk about. Inclusion and options. Dark Souls is coming out, as you know, that old game that's being remade for the PlayStation 5. Which Sony isn't proud of, clearly, because they don't put it in their ads, or Spider-Man. I get it. They rushed to the market, man. You can't tell me they didn't. They rushed to the market with a PlayStation 4 port, a game that eventually is going to be on PlayStation 4. Probably they're just going to hold it back, or it'll be on PC. Why? You know what I'm saying? Dark Souls. But anyway, it's an old game anyway. They didn't have nothing. So what they had was basically Resident Evil Remake. I'm like, that's if your GameCube. Go to your GameCube and be like, yo, they had Resident Evil Remake, and they had I don't even want to say Majora's Mask. Majora's Mask turned into a full game. That shit wasn't DLC to Ocarina of Time. But you could say that Majora's Mask and Resident Evil Remake, and it's like, yo, get hype. Like, one of those games is old. I don't care how good it is. I don't care if the fact that when I think about Resident Evil 1, I don't think about the PlayStation 1. I think about the GameCube game, the remake. Yeah, and that'll be the case also for this Dark Souls. Doesn't change the fact that it's old. I'm not saying that to hate on it. I'm saying that because it's the truth. I know some developers and some people will be like, yo, how dare you say that they had to work hard on this game? Yeah, not that hard. Oh, how dare you? I'm not saying nothing that's not true. You can't say a movie that's a remake, that the script was previously written and they shot a previous movie, and now you coming to make a remake of, is the same as you making something from the ground up. It is factually not. Dark Souls was already developed from puzzle design, game design, story, settings, and all that, and they just have to bring that to the current state of affairs. I'm not saying that to hate on the developers, to take anything away from them, but it is the truth. I would go as far as to say this, and this is something that people might find blasphemous. Call me when, what's their name, Bluepoint, when they actually make a game. See, now that they can feel some type of way about, but it's true. It's like Tendless. Oh, they ported this game. They ported that game. Tendless. But what game did they actually develop? Because I don't know one. All right, so until they actually develop one, we can't call them a great developer. They're just a good port studio. And that it might be disrespectful or blasphemous, but I'm not saying that, and that's not the truth. A new game is a new game. An old game is an old game. You can't spin an old game to be a new game. But you can if you're a PlayStation fan, clearly. I'm just saying. I'm just saying. But let's talk about it some more. DualSense is revolutionary now, according to Digital Foundry. Game Explain said Astrobot is what they said, charming in the way that Mario could never could be. Some shit like that. Mario, the guy who last game he was a frog within the first like 5 minutes. Mario, okay, okay. I'm like, you see the craziness. Now listen, people are free to have their own opinions and think what they want to think. But this is the thing with me. You made analog triggers that get tighter. That is factually what they do. Now I haven't played a game with them. That is a fact. I'm talking out of my ass in this sense, right? That is a fact. You can say too, because I haven't grabbed it and I haven't played Astrobot with it. How dare you say, oh, these people are hating or they fanboys because they're saying Astrobot is better, it's a better 3D experience than any Mario 3D game previously. I'm saying that because Astrobot, this game is 4 worlds. No way that's better than any of the 3D Mario games. Sorry. Just saying. No way it's better than fucking Super Lucky's Tale. Sorry. It could be great. It could be fun. And I look at it and I see a lot of the Mario Galaxy, dare I say, rip-offs. Because that's what Sony does. Let's be real. They don't copy. They rip off. Damn. But anyway, the DualSense is revolutionary, right? Because of these squeezy triggers that can give you pressure. Here's why I don't buy it and I don't accept it. Don't get it twisted. This will be accepted. It will be revolutionary. It'll be the thing that these people will always mention why they're willing to pay $70 versus playing the same game on Game Pass. It'll be because of this. These are the same people who didn't give a fuck about the Wii Remote until the Move came out. The Wii Remote was childy kitty dildo, but then when Sony actually made a dildo with a giant nut on it, right? It was the greatest thing ever. It was awesome. You know, these people also try to make VR happen. Oh, VR is a thing. VR is a thing. VR is a thing. Remember? You gotta really remember that when the Wii U was out, people were saying, "Oh yeah, you're like, yeah, it's a cool feature, but it wasn't worth it. Like, I don't care to play games, you know, off my TV. I don't even use the off TV play. Da da da." Oh, how the conversation changed now. You can say, "Oh yeah, but the tech is better." No, it's still the same. Because I'll tell you this much. I don't care for the off-TV play nature of it. But I've used my Switch off-TV the same amount as I've used my Wii U. Because I was never going to take my Switch out with me. Still to this day, I've never taken it anywhere with me. You get what I'm saying? So, yeah, it was awesome then. It's awesome now. The same way the first-party software that was shit then, now all of a sudden it's the greatest shit now, and they act like it wasn't a Wii U game previously. Yeah, same shit. Awesome. Revolutionary stuff, man. But the Wii Remote and Nunchuck, that was a revolution. That changed the way games played fundamentally. Games that were played with that, made designed around that, couldn't even exist today. And no, I'm not talking about fucking Mario Galaxy. Because even then, I hate, when I played Pikmin and I'm playing Galaxy, I hate having to resend them my pointer. I hated it. And I hated it back with Skyward Sword. Because I said, this is going to be their way out of not bringing the pointer back in the Wii Remote in the future if they ever move away from it. They'll say this is the same experience. It's not. I said it during Skyward Sword, and I'll say it still now. It is not the same because you never had to resend your goddamn pointer on the Wii Remote. Because it was always there, one-to-one with the light, versus the 3D space version of the gyroscopic version of it. That is not an opinion. That is a fact. You know what I'm saying? I just look at it like, the Wii Remote did all this crazy stuff. You was bowling, you was doing this, you was pulling levers, twisting stuff in Metroid Prime. And remember what? Go fucking, please do me the favor. If you think that I'm lying, go back, go to YouTube, click in trailer, not trailer, review. Metroid Prime 3 review. Go look at them and see what they were saying about the controls at that time. Oh yeah, the pushing and the twisting is gimmicky, is this, that. That shit to me was so revolutionary that I've been saying it for how many years it's been now? Over what, damn it, it's about 15 years I've been saying this shit? Well, you thought I was lying? Or well, I was gonna just switch? It wasn't a lie when I was saying it then. It really fucked my mind up. Like shooting in these corridors and opening these doors and then getting to this door and be like, yo, pull this, twist that, take that with you. Come back, put this in, twist it, put it back in. Oh yeah, this gun here, you gotta, there's this broken computer wall screen here. You gotta fix it. So then the goddamn arm cannon turns into this goddamn, electric fixing tool, and you just fixing the goddamn thing, connecting it to the other side. And I'm like, this shit is revolutionary. I've never played nothing more next gen than this still to this day. I've said this already since I've been on YouTube. I've said this every year. You think I'm lying when I say that? But yet this is acceptable. You wanna know why? Because they never want the controller to change. I've told you this. Whatever Sony adds to the controller, it'll become standard automatically. Automatically. Nintendo did Rumble. Sony didn't do Rumble. They copied Rumble. It was great. They stole Rumble. They got sued for Rumble. They lost all that PS2 money. Act like Rumble didn't matter. It was shit. And then the fan base said, fuck that shit. They said motion was trash. The 6-axis was revealed with the giant enemy crab at E3 2005 that was. And then it was, oh, look, the controller can move. But you just said you didn't care about no moving your controller around, none of that. You see what I'm saying? This has been going on forever, and this is why I say it's pointless to point out the truth about Sony. Because the truth is, nobody cares about the truth for Sony. Sony is bulletproof, untouchable. Don't question anything they do because it doesn't fucking matter. When they do it, it's hot. When everybody else do it, it sucks. Unless it's good. And when Sony does it, then it's better. Just saying. You can't say that I'm hating when I'm saying these statements. It's the truth. I got factual history on my side. Where people just got fanboyishness on their side. So yeah. I just looked at that like, yo, the DualSense is revolutionary. No, it's fucking not. It's a good evolution. It's not revolutionary. It's not. Check this out. I'm going to take it even further. This is shit. Like, when I tell you I'm a scholar of this shit, like, I'm really a fucking scholar. When the GameCube was revealed, you know Miyamoto, he designed the shoulder buttons, right? You know that, right? Miyamoto designed the shoulder buttons. That was his idea. Because his idea was we got to move away from the analog stick to control characters. I think we should use the squeezing nature of an analog stick. So then you could squeeze, right? You got all of this distance, so we could change up the distance. And then you got past the click. So that's your regular analog button click. And that's why the GameCube analog buttons feel like that. Just saying, yeah, I know they have the gears in there to, give you that pushback nature. But remember, Nintendo was already thinking about this back then. And then they didn't go through with it because I guess when they started designing games like that, whether it was Galaxy, whether it was Wind Waker, they was like, yeah, controlling it without the analog stick isn't very good. This isn't going to work. So scratch that. But the analog stick still stood, and they still do like they still did do cool things with Flood and other racing games and stuff like that. Like F-Zero GX, I remember you could use both of them where you can move, and then when you click it in, you get that extra. The point is, this already existed. Somebody already thought of it. Somebody who actually comes up with creative, sick-ass design for games, and they went nowhere with it. You think I believe Sony's gonna go somewhere with it? Shoot. Oh, this gun is heavier, it's harder to shoot, so it's a little bit more squeezier. All right, that's a game with crossplay. While you squeezing your trigger, I'm going to be shooting my shit on Xbox. And that's not saying that, oh, the Xbox is better than the squeezy trigger. No, I'm saying the trigger could be awesome, could be a cool evolution. Eventually, Xbox could get them, whether it's in an Elite controller. But if they put that shit before they put motion, fuck them, honestly, yo. Because it's like, yo, come on. But anyway, the point still stands. It's like when you do that in a real situation, now it's like, yeah, I don't want nothing fighting me right now because I'm literally fighting humans, and they're on other consoles where their analog stick is an instant press of the button. Versus me, I got the gimmicky shit, so I got to be able to turn this off and right? I'm not saying that as a negative thing. I'm just saying as a option. Damn, I was talking about Dark Souls and didn't even get to the point. I'm sorry, yo, lost my train of thought, but I'll get there. I won't forget. I promise you that. Goddamn, I hate when I do that. But anyway, this controller is getting all this praise, and as it should. It should, right? But let's be clear. It's not what they saying it is. And I'm not saying this to hate. I know it comes off like a super, like, oh, yo, you hate it. You can't let them have their moment. I'm not saying that. What I'm saying is we've seen this happen on every other console, and it will be shit on. Oh, it ain't all that. No. Now it's the greatest thing ever. Like, yo, HD Rumble, that shit became obsolete immediately. And I've said this 1,000 times, and then everybody else started saying, I'm like, cool, we all in agreement. It's not hating. We like that it's there. Did you prefer a controller without HD Rumble? No. You put HD Rumble and we felt it now. Don't go fucking back. You go forward. Supposedly, Sony's like the next gen version of HD Rumble. I'm like, cool. Hopefully they didn't steal this one. Hopefully they learned their lesson. You know what I'm saying? But anyway, I'm like, still, it's a standard controller. It's the same DualShock controller from 1990s. It is. With different triggers and motion. That's it. Oh, and the trackpad, which they don't use. And that's the thing with them, they don't use. But anyway, I was talking about Dark Souls. Let me go back to Dark Souls. My point is, I just wanted to say all that about the controllers because you're going to hear people saying all kinds of crazy shit. And they won't even have software that's revolutionary. Like everything that they were doing in the Astro, oh yeah, I could feel the truck. I get it, and I know that it's gonna feel good. And after you play it with, like you gonna be, like, I don't want to play this shit without it. I get that. Don't get it twisted. I'm the guy who loves these ideas. You know, I'm not the fake guys, like the guys who's playing PlayStation right now, acting like, oh, I love controller innovation. No, you're not. You're a PlayStation fan. That's factually a lie. It can't be true. It cannot be a true statement coming from you. That's not me. And again, that is a fact. So I'm like, I can't buy anything that they said. At the end of the day, like, yo, I could play this game and it'll be the same game. And the experience won't be, oh no, it's drastically lesser. No. Drastically lesser would be you telling me, yo, press A and move the analog stick to play Wii Sports Bowling. Fuck that. That's not even the game. Don't even do it. See, that's completely different. Pulling back on that nunchuck in order to shoot an arrow. You get what I'm saying? Like, that shit is different. This right here, what they trying to make it out, I'm like, look, man, to each their own. People gonna believe the hype and everything. But listen, understand this: when people only giving you one side of the Sony coin, which is, oh yeah, they did something, let's talk about the positives. But then they don't talk about all the other negative shit that I talk about. That's real, factual shit that they would have hung Nintendo and Microsoft over. I'm just letting you know. I'm painting you the picture because this is what you're here for the shit that you won't get nowhere else. These industry folk, they just ain't gonna tell you it. You know what I'm saying? Whether it's because if I talk the way Red Knight talk, boy, I ain't gonna get no goddamn console. You know what I mean? They ain't gonna send me no systems. I'm like, hey, it is what it is. But then don't call your. I mean, I don't know. I don't even want to get into it. It don't matter. Point is, it's no point in stressing anything Sony does, whether it's good or bad, negative, because at the end of the day, their fan base and the industry will always pander to them and justify their shit. So much so, before I even get to the Dark Souls thing I wanted to mention. So much so, hell, I could use that. But I'll use this. So look, y'all know me. I don't give a shit about the jiggly. I don't know what they are. Like, do I want a powerful console? Yeah. Do I want it to take advantage of all the latest stuff? If I'm buying a console that's not a Nintendo console that I know these guys are all about the dick measuring contents of their power, yeah, I want the best of the best. Right? The same way if I get a Switch. If I had a choice to choose between the premium black or the white one with the Wii U, I went with the black. You know what I'm saying? Like, if I had the choice to choose between a Super Nintendo Switch, you know, Super Edition, Super Edition, or just a regular Super Nintendo Switch, which one you gonna pick? I'm gonna pick the fucking better one, of course. You know what I'm saying? Like, as an enthusiast, that's what I'm gonna do. But anyway, where the hell was I going with this? Man, the point is, Jiggly Wigglies. That's what I was. Jiggly Wigglies. You know I'm not the person to ask, but AMD had this giant conference. They showed off their brand new RDNA 2. Look, again, I don't know what the fuck that is. I don't know what it means for games. And the truth is, I do not care. Do it make my games play better, play good, play fun? Then good with me. I don't care what it does behind the scenes. That's just me, right? They announced this. And then they say, yeah, these are all of the features it has. So y'all knew about it before, but this is the complete picture now. And this launches next year. Next year. Microsoft comes out and says, we are the only next generation console with full FULL RDNA 2 support. Everything you saw at that conference will be on the Xbox Series S family of console. No different from them with their announcement that they're going to be the only console with Dolby Vision support next year. Remember, crickets. If that was the other way around, people would be using that and saying, oh, Xbox don't got Dolby Vision. They don't got Dolby Vision. Right? Am I lying? No, that's a fact. Right? Check this out. This comes out. Microsoft says we're the only ones. Immediately. Oh my God. We already know. Like, what game are these people playing? And I don't mean software. I mean, like, you know, the saying. What game are they playing at? Like, you know for a fact the PlayStation 5 is in every facet. Fuck all that magic jiggly SSD. In every fucking facet. PlayStation 5 is a lesser product than the Xbox Series X. From the way it looks, price point, power levels, game library. Those are all facts. Your shit plays PlayStation 4 games. Xbox plays all of those games because 90% of the PlayStation 4 games, 95% are on Xbox. Plays all of those games. Those games look better. Get Jiggly Wiggly updates where those don't. You don't get every PlayStation 4 game. Some Ubisoft, Assassin's Creed games are missing and all that. Xbox gets all of them. Then you get the new Jiggly Wigglies, and you get the 360, and you get the Xbox One. You already know this. We don't need to go over this anymore. But that's just the thing, ain't it, right? Is that we don't need to go over this anymore, but we still have to go over this. And let me clear something up real quick. I know. I said that's a fact. It's one of those things I said isn't a fact. I said from looks. No, looks is subjective. You could easily think that big, ugly ass monstrosity looks better than the plain old black Xbox. Fine. I'll give you that. But in every other aspect, there's a fact that the PlayStation is lesser. Lesser. They got the controller, yeah, if they use it. So I can't really give it to them. You know what I'm saying? Because there's no telling that, oh yeah, that shooting game is going to use the most controls on the PlayStation. Never happens. It never happened. I know they updated Last of Us 2. That's cool. They updated it when people already stopped playing it, basically. But hey, it is what it is. It's going to get multiplayer eventually. Eventually. Yeah, man, but I just look at this and I'm like, immediately people were like, yo, nah, but you gotta understand, they're using the modified version, they're using their own thing. They just put out a video. AMD saying, this is what we're doing. These are the new features that we didn't even tell you about. These are all the features, and they're coming next year. Microsoft was like, yeah, we did a deal with them. We getting all of those, baby. Yeah. And in every other planet, that means they did it. They're the only ones. No way Sony's getting this stuff. Whatever this thing adds to video games, Series X will be the only console benefited from it. For a fact. That is not an opinion. That is not nothing that you can pull out some magical PlayStation secret sauce to make it all go away. No. That's already another thing where it's like, all right, the latency on their controller. They're the only ones who got that. Nobody talks about that because it's not a feature you can see. But when all these people talk about, oh, yeah, I like to play my games. Give me a wired controller, GameCube controller for Smash Brothers. Yeah, this is what that is. It's the evolution of the wireless evolution. Let's put it like that. It's the evolution of wireless. It's to make it closer to it being wired. Now, no, a person who plays, games, who's playing a shoot 'em up Twitch hardcore like Spike Mixers, like I want to get it perfect. I can't be having no control batteries dying on everything. I mean, they're always gonna want to be wired. But this idea that you can have a controller that's wireless and its latency is now literally matching probably, right? A wired controller. That's a beautiful thing for those moments that it's, oh yeah, there's no wired controller around. Then shit, give me a Series X controller because that's the one with the lowest latency on the planet. More than the Luna, more than the Apple controllers, more than the Stadia controllers, more than the PlayStation 5 controller. This is the one. They don't talk about that. They don't talk about the Dolby Vision, whatever. You know what I'm saying? Like, the conversation just changes automatically whenever it's able to be changed to pamper Sony. That's just the truth. And that's why it's like, yo, I took this podcast and said, listen, man, there's got to be the theme of this one. Because if I'm going to really wrap it up talking about these goddamn lames, I'm going to just put it all out on the table and put it all clear as motherfucking day. Because this is exactly what it is. I'm not fabricating up no lies. This is the way this whole generation played out. And let me tell you, the way Sony rolled out this console, if it was anybody else, it would go down in history as the worst console rollout of all time. And the most funniest thing is that people, right, with everything I said, if they can't deflect all of it with real shit, which they can't, they'll immediately say, oh, but you gotta consider the pandemic. Dog, they had a console coming out in 2020 and 2019. They had a console coming out in 2020 and 2018. No different from Microsoft. Yet somebody was prepared and somebody wasn't. And this is a Microsoft that I'm saying was prepared when they fucking main game that's on the back of the box of the goddamn console wasn't even prepared. Wasn't ready. That game actually lost its lead developer and they're trying to make it into a hoopla. I mean, that game was supposed to come out in November. That game got pushed back. That director, he got something else to do. That guy works at Microsoft is what they won't tell you. That guy has other games to work on at Microsoft. No different from the old guy who I told you, I don't remember his name, but the guy who I told you a few weeks ago, oh yeah, they brought him back from, because he develops a whole bunch of stuff. I think he just finished Tell Me Why for Microsoft. And it's like, oh yeah, they brought him back to Halo, he was the guy who developed the original, games. And I'm like, awesome. And it was like, yeah, but he's only going to work with them for this amount of time because he has to go and work on something else, be it State of Decay 3, be it Avowed, be it something else at Microsoft. But people are trying to make this narrative like, yo, shit is over, shit is doom and gloom. And I'm like, nah, they putting people in places to make the game better than what you know, better than what you thought what they showed was. You know what I'm saying? And now it's like, oh, we're gonna do doom and gloom. Can't do that. We can't. Like I've already seen people say, oh, this game's probably never gonna come out. Yeah, it's not gonna come out. They just doing all these promotions for it. They got goddamn bundles of the game already on Best Buy exclusive with statues. They got the show coming out next year. Nah, they're not trying to make this game the best it could be. Like, yo, I'm really trying to understand, like, what the fuck are these people looking at? Like, what Xbox are they looking at? Because the Xbox that I've been seeing since I picked up an Xbox in 2018 and before that, the thing that made me want to is like, yo, they ain't playing no games. They delivering on what they say and they trying more than anybody out here. And people can say, oh yeah, it's because of the position they in. I don't give a fuck what position they in. I'd rather this than you be in the position where you making mad money. So, you know, we don't give a fuck. $70 games. We don't give a fuck. Limited time games. We don't give a fuck. Fuck backwards compatibility. We don't give a fuck. Fuck you and anything that you want. Because I'm seeing other console manufacturers doing that shit and getting a super pass. You know what I'm saying? But, hey, what can I do? You know what I'm saying? What can I do? So yeah, man, Dark Souls. Fucking Dark Souls. So the developer of the game came out and basically was like, yeah, the game doesn't have any difficulty levels, la la la. If you want to play this game, play it at the difficulty set. Basically what it is. Now look, I'm not trying to turn this into a super hate thing, but y'all know I love options. I love inclusion. I don't like that shit of, oh yeah, you know what, this works for me, it don't work for you, fuck you, you know? I got my shit, I don't care about you. I don't like that. I really don't. You know, that super duper selfish, I do not like that shit. Y'all know this, y'all been listening to me for years, y'all know that that's my character, that's the way I am. That's genuine. So when I hear a guy say this about a game that people claim was mad hard, I'm like, what the fuck type of tool is this? This guy is a goddamn idiot. We got Doom Eternal out there, which is dumb hard, right? According to the audience that plays it. It's mad hard. And then they got all these super higher, harder difficulties. And then they got super easy difficulties. The new DLC came out, and it starts the game basically right where the game left off. So if you thought the ending was hard, this DLC starts off on flames. All right? You can still take that DLC and put it on easy. You wanna know why? Because you making the game easier does not change the game, does not disrespect the vision of the developer. Nah, none of that fucking lying ass bullshit. That's just you being you. You being assholes. Let's just be clear. Oh yeah, this was the original vision. Oh yeah, there's stuff in the game to make it easier. Yeah, but if the game is too hard for people to get to the point to get the stuff that makes it easier, potion, this ability, that ability, then guess what? The game is fucking too hard. Oh yeah, disabilities. Oh yeah, I know people with disabilities who can play the game and they beat it. There's people on YouTube who beat the game disability. So what? There's fucking a guy who beat Ocarina of Time and he blind. So what that mean? That they shouldn't, oh yeah, you know what? They shouldn't have no colorblind features, no this features, no that. Because hey, that blind guy who's fucking awesome and beat the fucking game, if he could do it, then everybody should do it. Everybody should be held up to the standard of that badass. No. That makes no goddamn sense. But of course, yo, I'm not telling y'all this. Like I keep telling you, I'm not telling y'all this to be a hater. Listen, tell me when I'm lying. Like, what did the narrative turn into? And just that. Oh yeah, this person could beat it, this ability, that, fuck that, this, that. And I'm like sitting here, damn, that's true. I was the only one giving the adaptive controller any kind of props on the internet. At least that's what it felt like. Y'all tell me, right? Because that's what it felt like to me. Oh yeah, that's right. It's just crazy. It's just crazy to me that these, oh yeah, that's the way the game. Then don't play it. Play something else. Okay. Cool. I won't play PlayStation. Like, that's what you want the person to say? Like, that's not what, you shouldn't say that. Like, what kind of fucking fan are these? Like, no. If you got, like Breath of the Wild, right? We all wanted a hard mode. When they put a hard mode behind the paywall, we all bitch because it's not the first time. We always feel Zelda games should have a hard mode. Hell, Zelda 2 would be a more loved game today if it had an easy mode because nobody could fucking beat that game because it's dumb or hard. Once I get to the spot with the dark and the Stalfos and the Zalfos, and it's just dark. It's just dark. You only can see when they hit you or you hit them. I'm like, this is not game design. This is trash. And I love Zelda 2. I'm the one who always tells you they got to bring the music back from that game and more of, the elements from that game because that game is kind of lost to time, right? but it still stands true. Zelda 2 fucking sucks because it's unfucking playable to 90% of the people who played it. And that's why most other fans don't talk about it, because it's the truth, because none of them played the shit. Or they played it, but they didn't beat it. And they don't love it because it's brutal. You know what I'm saying? And I'm not saying like, oh yeah, well then don't play Zelda. What if that game is the reason why people was like, yo, I never played Zelda games anymore until Breath of the Wild, because I just didn't care because that game was too hard. That's what not giving people options, not being inclusive does. It puts up walls. It's idiotic. Like, oh yeah, the game is going to be broken in design. Who gives a fuck? If the person who bought your game put the money down on your game and was like, yo, listen, man, I just want to run through, one hit, quit, kill any enemy, one hit a quitter right here, bam, bam, bam. Then let it be. Let it be. I can already hear somebody say, oh yeah, Breath of the Wild, I bet you wouldn't say, oh yeah, make unbreakable weapons. I'm like, that's not the same thing. They give you 1,000 weapons. The difficulty isn't based on you might weapon break. Grab another one, use it. Same damn thing. You still going. Like, it's so weird. It's not the same. People will try to make a million reasons. It's not. You know what I mean? Like, it's really, really not. And it's just like, whatever, dude. Make up excuses. And now, listen, I won't even make up excuses for others. Others should have difficulties from easy to normal to hard. Every game should. Every single game should. Hell, what did the Mario games do? They didn't have difficulties and stuff like that. With Galaxy 2, they put the screens in there to show you how to play through a thing. There even was a way for you to play through it. And if you even needed more help, you could get somebody to grab second Wii remote controller, and they can be a Luma, and they can run around, they could grab stuff, they could shoot stuff, they could do all types of stuff. They were trying to add inclusive things to all of their software, especially during the Wii and Wii U era. That was something Iwata was big on, was inclusivity. So seeing people say this, I'm like, yo, the contrast couldn't be any fucking different. You know what I'm saying? Like today, if I broke my fucking arm, right? And not just broke, like the shit gonna come back. No, fucking, literally, I was gonna say decapitation, but you know what I mean? Straight limb, off body, just no more hero style squirting blood. Ah, they seal the shit up. I got no arm, right? This happens, let's say today. I'm healed and I'm good. I'm by the 10th. Like, I'm good now. You know what I'm saying? I don't know if that'll be the the time on, feeling better after getting a whole limb chopped off. But you get where I'm going. The Series X launches. I could easily be like, all right, let me get an adaptive controller, and I'm enjoying Series X. I'm there with y'all on next gen. I'm just learning how to play now. Shit, that shit might actually, put myself on video. That shit might get me the views now. Yo, look, this dude lost his arm and now he learned how to play video games again. Let's watch that shit. But anyway, I shouldn't have to lose an arm to get views. But for real though, like, I'll still be able to play. That's awesome. You can't say that with any other console. And then you go into the actual software and you got dudes just trying to put up walls within their software because we're edgy, we're cool, we're badasses. This is game is like, that's whack as fuck. You know why I respect the shit out of the developer of Doom? I forget his name all the time. But that guy who people say, oh, he's a fucking asshole. Is he? Because he says, listen, I'm making the game I want to make. We making the game we want to make. And then y'all get to play the game we want to make. If you feel that putting the game down to easy isn't you playing the main game so you don't want to play it, then that's on you. What can I do? And that right there is 100% one of those moments where I say you, as a developer, should be free to be able to say, well, then fuck you. Because at the end of the day, I've given you everything at your disposal. You could use an adaptive controller. You could use an Xbox One controller. You could use a Series X controller, which is a little bit slimmer, so it fits more human hands. Or, you know what I mean? Like, you got options. You could turn the difficulty down. You could do everything. What more do you want? There's nothing else I could do except not make the game you want me to make. That I want to make, basically. You know what I mean? That's crazy. So, on that sense, he's 100% right. And he's not an asshole, but I see people call him an asshole. Like, he's not. Oh, look at how he started to do difficulty so hard. Put it on easy. You don't lose nothing. It's not like one of these games that, oh, no, you beat it on easy, so you don't get the real ending. There's none of that. He said he literally made easy counts. It's there because it's for people like you. And if you feel like you're not one of those people, then what can I do for you? If you feel too proud about playing the game on easy, what can I do for you? You know what I'm saying? I've given you all the tools for you to enjoy my product. If you don't want to enjoy it just because you can't play it on this one, Hurt Me Plenty, the normal mode, then that's on you. Like, I'm currently playing through that game on Hurt Me Plenty. If I ever get to a point where it gets so hard, I'm going to just put the fucking difficulty down and keep going. If I feel like, I just gave it 30 attempts. I've been here for 2 hours. I'm done. Fuck this. You know? And it's good to have that option. You shouldn't have to be there sitting, going crazy. People got lives. People got things to do. Not giving people options, man. I hate that shit on everything. Down to the movie stuff now. Like when we talk about the pandemic, and I'm like, yo, I'm all for the movies on home video. Me personally, right? But I don't want to take away the ability for anybody else who likes movies to go to the movie theater and watch a fucking movie. But when these companies are like, yeah, we rather not make no money. We rather just push everything back. Just because we don't want to put nothing out on home video. It's like, yeah, that's fucking crazy. That's fucking crazy. Give me the content. I want the content. I'm the fan. Give me the Blu-ray. I'll buy the fucking Blu-ray right now. Give me Wonder Woman Blu-ray right now. I'll buy it. 007. I'll fucking buy it. I own the Craig movies, all of them. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, yo, just put it out. I got you. Like, you still gonna get the money. Like, I don't, but whatever. You know, people want, it's like our way or the highway, this way. Like, it's just crazy. Like, and then you get the fan bases who just defend this stuff. Like, there's no point to defend. Like, and then they'll go against their own self-interest. That's what I say. It's like, yo, you got your 10 fingers, you got your fucking 10 arms, your 10 arms. You fucking, you goddamn spider. No, you got your 10 fingers, you got your 2 arms, your 10, toes, and your 2 legs. So you think, oh yeah, I'm good. But tomorrow you potentially not have that. But tomorrow you can have arthritis. Tomorrow you can have anything. You can have impaired eye vision and shit like that. And then it's be like, oh yeah, you don't need to put features in for that, features in for that. That's why when I see Gears of War, and I see they got features for blind people, for deaf people, for people with mobility issues and shit like that. I'm like, that is a whole nother game they developed right there. They literally took somebody and said, listen, man, our game, we wanted to work with these people, and they had to get those people to help develop this game. People with those, issues or whatever the case may be. You know what I mean? You got to get those people to come and play and say, yo, this is good. I could play this. Oh yeah, I understand the game better like this. If they can't see, I could hear. Yeah, that's working. Oh, like, that shit is important, dude. Like, it's mad important. And these companies that are companies that their companies exist because of people, when they do stuff to go against people, to me is like, yo, how do we even like accept this? And then when you see the fan base accept it, it's like, yeah, then what is the, so there's no anything that can be said about these guys that's gonna make them question their Lord and Savior, master gods who they bow down to and suck off any minute that they get. Sony, like, that shit is crazy. But anyway, it is what it is. Dark Souls don't give a fuck about you the same way them $70 games don't give a fuck about you. Right now, I want to start with the fact that Sony lied yet again. And I want to start also with the fact that I lied yet again, because I said that I wasn't going to talk about PlayStation 5 no more, but maybe I should have waited until the goddamn thing was out before I made that commitment. So I'm a liar just like Sony. Nah, but for real, I am going to stop talking about them eventually. Like, it is going to happen. I want to say it's this podcast, but it might be the next one, you know what I'm saying? But who knows? Like, y'all like, yo, Red, you ain't never going to stop talking about it. Just shut up about it. Stop lying. Like, you might be right if you said that, dear listener. But the goal is to stop. I'm dead serious, because it's eventually I'm not going to be sitting there talking about their games when I'm not playing them. So I feel like eventually it will stop. But yeah, it couldn't stop now because the lies continue, man. And then the reviews come out, which I'm going to tie this all together. I'm going to tie the first 3 headlines together. Sony lied again. Microsoft lied also, wink wink. And next gen reviews are out, and my thoughts. So now let's get to the lie. How did Sony lie yet again? Well, in this case, it's Bluepoint, right? That's the developer who does the port jobs for Sony. Oh, they're not ports, they're recreations. I get it, man, but they're old games. So at the end of the day, they're porting old design, old puzzles. Port. I'm not trying to shit on the game. I'm honestly not. But when you get so many people defending this damn thing, whenever you call it a port or call it, oh, it's an old game. No, it's not. It's no different, man. It's no different from when Reggie was like Batman Arkham City Armored Edition was a new game, new content. That's who y'all remind me of. And Reggie was bullshitting when he said that. And y'all definitely bullshitting when y'all sitting here trying to sell this like if it's a new experience. It's not. It's old. And it's filled with lies. Now, look, let me be clear. I would have never said that this was a lie had it been any other publisher publishing this game, right? I would have never said it was a lie because I just don't do that. You know what I'm saying? Like, I try to give developers the benefit of the doubt. Y'all know that, right? So I would sit here and be like, oh, nah, they took ray tracing out Demon Soul, then it's probably because, whatever situation happened, they thought it was best and they took it out. But in this case, nah, they don't get that pass. You wanna know why? Because Sony's been lying for too fucking long. And after all the talk about we don't believe in, making games for the previous generation, we believe in generations, we believe in cutting ties from the past, and all of that bullshit they were singing all year, and then they did the super backflip, triple backflip in the air, straight up, landed on their feet, beautiful form. Everybody was like, whoa. What a lie. But anyway, after all that, it's like, yeah, I'm going to call it exactly what it is. A fucking another lie. They continue and continuously and continued to promote this game as having ray tracing, and it doesn't. And it doesn't because it never fucking did. And it never did because Sony are fucking liars. And the only reason I react like this is because it's Sony and they're liars. So if you lie to me all the time, I'm not going to sit here and make it pretty for you and justify this shit. Nah, y'all don't believe in generations. This game should have all the bells and whistles. People, yo, it looks so good still. Anyway, that's not what we're discussing. They said ray tracing. There's none. So guess what? Lies, another one. But hey, give them that $70 for that. Oh shit. Yeah. Another lie. Which is not even a lie. Let me not call it a lie, because calling it a lie would be too nice. Instead, let's avoid talking about it. Now, of course, the Sony fans, these guys are the biggest semen swallowers, so of course, they always got a way to justify everything. Oh, you didn't see the Cerny talk? Cerny was in there talking about the fact that you weren't going to be able to use any SSDs until after launch. He already told us. They already told us. First of all, nobody watched that shit. Second of all, before you start saying, what you mean? You didn't see the views? Again, nobody watched that shit. Even you didn't watch it, Sony guy. Even if you sat there and listened to every word that came out of Mark Cerny's mouth, you didn't understand half of that shit. So you didn't watch shit. Shut the fuck up with your lies. Listen, they didn't tell you that the shit was gonna completely lack storage solutions. No, it's not like the Series X where at least you can take Series X games and put them on the HDD, right? And they store there, and then you can real quick transfer them over in minutes. So not hours to download the whole thing. In minutes, transfer it from the hard drive to your SSD so you could play it with the quicker load times and everything, because you can only play next generation Series X games on an SSD, right? You knew this about Xbox because, like I've been saying all year, they've been transparent the whole year. You knew this. People just assume, oh, it's going to be the same with Sony. And some people were claiming that that was the case. Turns out, guess what? IGN had to do a correction in their review. This guy over there had to do a correction. This guy, first of all, if I got a console, I'm going to know that that is not the case before I put out my review, because I would have attempted it. And when it didn't work, I would have been like, yo, what the fuck is going on? So either then these publications were lying. I don't know. I don't want to sit here and be calling people liars all day and every day. But let's just be clear. Not telling people that, guess what? The storage you get, which is a little bit, is all you getting. And for who knows how long. That's something that people who pre-ordered your box should have knew beforehand. And you saying, yo, dig into that damn Cerny talk to find out. That's bullshit. And you know it to be. Hell, let's talk about how fucking lame PlayStation fans are real quick. Just a few. This has been the case all year. And on this very podcast, I've been fucking shitting on the situations. Every time they happen, I'll be like, yo, look. So the Series X gets confirmed to only have 300 and something, gigabytes of space for you to store your games on. They make a big hoopla about a goddamn system that has various ways for you to store games, right? You can either buy the SSD thing, which is $200. For that, you might as well get a Series X. You know, people can buy a $300 console and then save up money to get a $200 hard drive later down the line, right? You do know how money work, right? You ever been broke? Nah? Then you must not understand. That's usually what people do when they can't just afford to splurge out on something, right? But anyway, right? You can use a hard drive, your old hard drive, which if you got an Xbox, you probably already have one connected to your console. You can unplug that, plug that in, don't got to do nothing else. It all works. You just transfer the games. You don't even got to transfer the games. You can play them right off the HDD, but if you want them to go faster, just transfer them over in seconds. Something you can't do on PlayStation 5 right now. At the time of this recording, facts. and you got your game ready to go. The shit that they was trying to make up to be a bad thing, it isn't. First of all, people going in and buying a digital console, they know what they're going to get. They know they buying a digital box. So they're going to be ready. They're going to plan accordingly. But people trying to act like, oh my God, it's such a stupid buy. It's such an idiotic buy. It doesn't make any sense. Well, it does make a lot of sense. Oh yeah, and Microsoft lied too. I got to mention the lie, right? So what did Microsoft lie about? They lied. Because they said that the Xbox Series S was just what was it, 1440p machine, not true 4K, but yet Ori, yes, that Ori, and the Will of the motherfucking Wisp, the game that currently sits as my game of the year, that game is going to be full 4K, 60 frames per second, 1080p, 1440p, 120 frames per second, and damn, Microsoft. Why y'all gotta lie like this? Y'all lied. Y'all said, oh yeah, 8K support. But we was like, y'all ain't doing no 8K support. We know y'all ain't lying. We know you could do 8K in the future when there's TVs and, Blu-rays and 4K and, 8K Blu-rays and Netflix got, 8K movies and all that shit. Yeah, we know the console could support it. So you didn't lie. But you lied when you said 4K, yo. 4K. Liars. Because Ori is 6K. What? 6K, 60 frames per second, locked. Looking better than it ever did on PC on the Series X. See, that's the kind of lie I like. The one where it's like, nah, we're going to hold back some information. See, it's not really a lie. You know I'm joking, right? It's holding back information that when you drop it, isn't going to be like, yo, what the fuck? You're going to be like, yo, what the fuck am I literally was like, somebody wrote 6K instead of 4K, like they fucked up. Then I kept looking like, oh, wait, hold on. Oh, hold on. Moon Studios just uploaded a video. Oh shit, it's really 6K. These motherfuckers are crazy. This console is a beast. And they said they eat monsters for breakfast. Yeah, because they're a beast. PlayStation 5 is a monster, right? Yeah. Monsters usually don't let you start and resume, multiple games at once. But that doesn't really change review scores. See, that's my problem. That's my problem, man. Dudes be lying out here. Yo, there's a lot of lies going on around here. A whole lot of lies. These reviews come out, and I keep seeing, like, people try to make these consoles like they're on the even playing field. And I watch reviews after reviews after reviews, and nobody's really talking about these shits the way they're supposed to talk about. And this is something I've been talking about all year. It's Spider-Man, which is DLC, factually. I saw a review, somebody said, oh yeah, if you're expecting a short game, it's a little bit shorter than that. If I'm not mistaken, that was Games Radar who said that. So this shit is short as shit, which I've always said it was, because they admitted that it was just Spider-Man DLC that they were going to sell stupid-ass gamers as $70 full-price game. And that's exactly what they did. And then those same stupid-ass gamers be like, yo, what you mean, right? It's not $70. It's $50. You playing. Shut the fuck up. All the way. Like, shut the fuck up. Don't speak. If I fucking had Beetlejuice abilities, I'd be throwing the motherfucking thing to shut you up right now, just like she fucking did to Beetlejuice. Listen, nah, Beetlejuice did that to her. Yeah, you be her. You know what I'm saying? Like, for real. Like, yo, they got an excuse for everything. For everything. This game is dumb short, but they want to act like it's a next-gen game. Remember, it's also on PlayStation 4. Remember, why gotta get a Series X? Everything is on Xbox One. That turns out to be the same. Demon Souls not, you ain't played that shit 10 years ago, but you a fan now, huh? How that work? How does that work? You know what I'm saying? But anyway, I just look at it like, yo, where's the truths out here? You're going to do a review for PlayStation 5. I don't got a PlayStation 5 yet. Don't plan on getting one, right? I don't have an Xbox Series X. Definitely plan on getting one. But if I was to review them, I would mention the fact that, yeah, games over there cost $70. So if you buy this $500 box, or even if you get the cheaper $400 one, once you buy 2 games, you up there. You in the $800 realms. You bleeding. You know what I'm saying? I don't care if you balling, you bleeding. Versus, yeah, Spider-Man, oh yeah, that's getting the pass as a next-gen game. Oh, look, they got an exclusive that day one, but Gears Tactics don't count. Forza don't count, but it's getting the same upgraded at Spider-Man, because that's all it is. It's the same Spider-Man game, DLC, Jiggly Wigglies, right? So, yeah, Forza updated the shit. Shit is crazy. Look at Ori, and Ori came out this year, not in 2018 like Spider-Man originally did. Because remember, at the end of the fucking day, it's still DLC. You could take it like I'm hating, but I'm not. I'm speaking facts. And if that gets you mad, it's because you hate to hear the truth. And that's usually the case around these parts. Remember Nintendo Online? I told you, that shit was going to be whack. 2 years from now, it's going to be the same thing that y'all going to start paying for, and it ain't going to change. Y'all was mad, but was I fucking lying then? No. Did I not tell y'all, yo, when the Series X come out, watch, I'm going to get $150 off that shit, just off Microsoft Rewards. Y'all know I got the $150, right? Just off the Microsoft Rewards. I didn't fucking lie then. When I told y'all that the Xbox shit, when it comes down to launch time, y'all going to see the truth. You're going to see all these dudes making all kinds of excuses for when Sony shit is worse, because I've been saying it all year on this very podcast, which I know y'all don't listen to every episode if you're listening to this on YouTube right now, but on every single one I was saying, yo, this PlayStation shit is just being rushed to launch when the Xbox come out, just so the Xbox doesn't get that head start like the 360 did. That's the only thing. Sony's not ready. It's why they haven't shown shit. It's why you got motherfuckers out here hyping up an Unreal fucking engine that isn't a real game. It's the reason why they lied the whole year. It's the reason why they held back, and they haven't even started testing those SSD. You can use any SSD. I said on this very podcast, yo, that any SSD shit is bullshit to me versus old school memory card style. People go, oh yeah, but the PSP. I'm like, this is nothing like it. It's an option right out the gate that's not hard to understand. You don't got to break into your console and do it. I knew it was going to be that. I literally got that recorded. You can check it out, me saying that before the case. And I said, when we get here at launch, people are going to have their money. They're going to have their pre-orders, and they're going to sit and look at the fucking ecosystem and start wondering, what the fuck am I doing? Like, what does this do? Like, people could hype up the controller all day. These motherfuckers didn't give a Wii Remote and Nunchuck a pass, which was actually different and made every game that played with that shit better. I don't care what nobody says. You could play Donkey Kong, Tropical Freeze with a standard controller. I'll play with a Wii Remote and Nunchuck, and I bet you I'll play that shit better than you. I'll challenge you to play me in any shooting game with a Wii Remote and Nunchuck, and I bet you I will slaughter you. You understand what I'm saying? This is not a lie. I was ranked number 1 in multiple Call of Duty games on the Wii worldwide. That's not a lie. That's also a fact. See what I'm saying? Like, now you want me to be hyped because, oh, they got some triggers. That's it. Triggers. And I'm not trying to take nothing away from it, but yo, it's changed the world, the realm of gaming. Yeah, everything that keeps that same PlayStation fucking 1 controller with 2 analog sticks relevant is what y'all gonna say, because anything that deviates from that, then it's not acceptable. It's not good enough. It's not cool. It gotta always be a standard controller. Your hands always gotta be tethered together in order for these motherfuckers to accept it, like any kind of real innovation. That's cute. But trigger's been done. Nah, let me not even go into that. Let me not even do that. Listen, I just don't like the fact that dudes be out here lying and sugarcoating it for Sony. Yo, you notice how nobody sat there and said, because I've saw multiple reviews. I haven't really seen, did anybody say like, yo, you know, yeah, you can't do like the Xbox resume multiple games. I know you Sony fans like to be like, I'm never going to use that. And I keep saying this shit on this podcast since the beginning. Since the beginning, I've been saying it. So you can rewind, I don't know, when was that? March, February, whatever it was that they announced that shit. And I was like, yeah, this is a revolutionary feature because you can't even do this on PC. That's what I was saying. And that's still the fucking case. And because Sony don't got it doesn't mean that you can sit there and act like it ain't. You can sit there and say, oh, I'm never going to use that. You don't play video games? You play video games? Then you're using it. Unless you're going to be like, oh, no, I'm done with this game. Close full game. I'm done with this game. Close full game. Who does that? No, you're going to go from Call of Duty Cold War to Assassin's Creed to Immortals Phoenix Rising to Cyberpunk 2077 to Assassin's Creed Valhalla, right? So, like, right? Ain't this what you... And all those games are going to be there, right where you left them. No title screen to see or nothing. People are like, yo, but PlayStation 5 is fast to get it from the game from that. But can you do this feature? No? Then don't tell me nothing. Whatever you singing, don't matter. Oh, yo, but look how fast it is. Cool. Faster. Oh, we got faster SSD. Proof. Show it, because I haven't seen it. Where's it at? This is what I'm talking about. This is what I'm talking like, yo, to not see this shit the way that Sony done played this whole card is for you to be purposefully a dick sucker. Purposefully. You just want to be just slobbering. I mean, you got the dick and the balls in your mouth, son. Like, this shit is crazy. And you purposefully doing... I'm not telling you not to like PlayStation, but don't sit there and act like you don't see all the fuckery they pulling. Because if it was the other way around and the shoe was on the other foot. All these reviews. I mean, you saw what they did to the Wii U. Is it a Wii U? They had the console right in front of them. They got the press release before. They saw everything we saw, and we all understood it was a new console. They actually had their hands on it, and then they went home and wrote reviews saying, is it a new console? It's not. They did that. Nobody else did that. Nintendo didn't do that. They did it. That's not an opinion. That is a fucking fact, because that's what I do here. Let me ask you, if the shoe was on the other foot, and if Sony was the one with the jumping to multiple games, SSD slot already ready, already being sold. People already got that shit before they got their Series X. Hell, I could have ordered that with the 150 that I got from Microsoft and already would have had it. You know what I'm saying? Like, hell, I could have ordered a controller. Hell, I could have fucking ordered a separate Series S with that 150 right there and got it dumb cheap and had it as another bedroom console. Could, right? Come on, beautiful thing. Can you do that on any other console? No. That should be part of the fucking review, because that is the truth. The ecosystem is untouchable. And I'm coming from Club Nintendo. I fuck with Club Nintendo still. I got my Mario pins. What the fuck? Like, I'm a Nintendo fan still. Ain't nothing fucking changed. Ain't nothing changed at all. But let's call a spade a spade. And let's fucking give props where props is due. These motherfuckers can't do what they do. You buy exclusive on Sony, you playing that shit there. You buy exclusive on Xbox, you got one of those brand new 380 graphics cards, cool. You could play on that. You could use the Series X in a different room. You could play on both, go back and forth, sync and simple, and you only had to buy it fucking once. And if you didn't want to buy it fucking once, all you needed was Game Pass and you in. Keep saying that, do they got that? No, because if you're going to play a bunch of games day one on your brand new console, it's nice. It's real nice that you got that cute platform in there. You know what I'm saying? You got that Astrobot in there. That's cool, and it's free. And it's cool that you got a whole bunch of old games. Let me not say a whole bunch. You got a small selection of a small selection of a small selection on some Cameron shit. Listen, you got a small selection of games. A real small selection of games to play. Because you ain't fucking filthy rich. And even if you was, they ain't that much shit. Including the PlayStation 4 shit. Because Xbox goes back further. You understand? Everything that's almost backwards compatible on PlayStation 4, you can play on the Xbox. Not only that, if you already had it, you still got it. It plays better. And then the old stuff plays better. And then you could play it on PC. You got more options how to go about it. You ain't tethered. You ain't in prison. You got a disc. You can still rock it. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm just saying. Depending if you got the right box, obviously. You know, you can put a disc in there. I'm just looking like, yo, these reviews don't mention this. They talk about controllers. Have these reviewers actually used their Series X controller properly? See, this is shit I be talking about. This is what I would bring to the table. See, because I would be like, yo, I connected my Series X to a PC, I connected it to my phone, and I connected it to the Xbox, and I never motherfucking once had to press the sync button. I'm saying that's what Microsoft was touting. Oh, yeah, I know a lot of people don't think about it, but I think about it because it's important. When you have multiple avenues how to play, that syncing shit is annoying. And anybody who does it knows that I'm not lying. So not having to sync and just having your controller sync to multiple devices, that's a fucking godsend. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, did y'all talk about that? Nah, y'all ain't talk about that. All right, cool. Y'all just talked about the textures being different, the fact that it didn't have triggers like the PlayStation 1. Cool. I get it. Y'all talked about the latency, though? Because let me tell you, if I'm playing Call of Duty with somebody on the PlayStation, I'm whipping their ass. Almost cheatingly, because the latency on the Xbox controller closes the gap like the latency with an Xbox controller that's wired. I ain't heard nothing about that from Sony. So like I've always said, oh yeah, if you ain't hear it, because they ain't got it. You get what I'm saying? Like people say, oh, Microsoft, they lying with their velocity architecture. They just saying that because Sony got higher numbers on their jiggly wigglies of their SSD, yet all the tests are showing that Xbox is running laps around these motherfuckers. And again, start and resume is a real thing. That every single human being who uses a goddamn video game console is going to factually use. That's not an opinion. You could want to spin it as one, but it's not. It's a fucking fact. 100%. And when the PlayStation upgrades throughout the generation and they add the feature, and then y'all like, yo, I love this feature, so good. But remember, y'all was talking shit? Because y'all always do this, Sony fans. Y'all do this all the time. Y'all shit on everybody else's shit when y'all ain't got it. And then once y'all get it, y'all act like everybody else's shit is whacking. Y'all shit is superior. And hell, if that even is the case, yeah, it's superior because what came before. But what came before, you shitted on it. So when you sitting there now dick riding it, you look like the biggest fucking loser. But never the biggest, because the biggest loser is Sony. Fucking losers. Lying ass losers. Sorry, it's the truth. Prove me wrong. Tell me I'm lying. Is anything I'm saying not a fact? Come on, entertain me. Go in the comments, do something. It'd be nothing because you got nothing. Because all I'm telling you right now is the truth. Not because of my fanboy nature. I want to defend the Xbox. No, I'm telling you the truth because this is what it is. $500 plus a Game Pass subscription nets you fucking games that you and your friends all can participate. Yo, I just downloaded this shit. Oh, word? I'm downloading. I'm gonna jump in that Sea of Thieves on you. I never played it. Let me try that. Oh, I heard this shit was whack. Now y'all just spent 8 hours on there and y'all had mad fun. That's what happens. Forza Horizon, Forza 7, Future Forzas, Everwild, Halo, the list, Master Chief Collection, Infinite, whichever one you want to go. Fucking even the goddamn Halo Wars game, those that Gears of War, like the list goes on and on and on and on, and the price is dumb cheap. And then it's like, yeah, but we're not gonna mention that. Nah, that's literally the punchline of the console. When you don't mention that, you bullshitting 100%. To review this game and to review a PlayStation anywhere in that Xbox is fucking bullshit right now. So you got no storage solution. None. Oh, y'all can store PlayStation. I'm not talking about fucking last gen. I'm talking about current gen. You got no storage solution. None. And that's okay all of a sudden. Oh, y'all don't need it right now. You were just shitting on the Xbox. You were just shitting on the One S. You got nothing. And you over here not shitting on it. You don't see what I'm talking about? These dudes stay getting fucking the pass, stay getting pampered by this industry. If that would have been anybody else, how many times did Nintendo get buried? 32 gigs in the premium Wii U? What the fuck? They was getting eaten alive. They was getting eaten alive during the WiiWare days of only having 40 megabyte limits for the games that could be on it. I mean, they've always gotten shit. Everybody. But you notice who never really gets shit? Sony. And then people will be like, oh, yeah, but remember the beginning of the PS3? Okay, that's one time. In 20 years. Oh, my bad. It's over 20 years. It's like 25 years, 30 years. Come on, son. What you talking about? Where is the equal footing in this industry? Remember that last whack-ass E3 they had when I was like, yo, these motherfuckers had these lames who gonna, and I call them lames, not out of disrespect, because I don't have any ill will towards any of these people. I'm just fucking talking. But it's real lames. When these dudes be like, get up and come to the next theater to watch this whack-ass gameplay. Get up and come to this theater now. Like, yo, what's with the gimmick, Sony? I ain't got shit to show. Let's call a spade a fucking spade. Then what the fuck are we here for? Nah, they went home again. You know, it was a good try, a good attempt. Get the fuck out of here. That's how Sony ran. They never went back. Like, get out of here, yo. These dudes stay getting passed and they be like, yo, oh yeah, like you red, you hating. No, the reason why people feel like that, I'm gonna tell you why. It's because there's 100 and something million PlayStations out there. So that's what most of y'all own. Y'all only got a PlayStation, so y'all got to root for that shit like it's the greatest thing ever. I get it. You know what I'm saying? Like, I get it. I don't care. I'm a hardcore Nintendo fan, and everybody listening to this who's been listening to me for any amount of time, no, yeah, Red don't give a fuck. He'll be straight up without giving something a second thought and just go off. Day and date when the whack shit was announced from his favorite game, whatever the case may be, developer, publisher, and he gonna say the truth, what he feel. Because if he's saying it, guess what? He's saying it because he really had those feelings. I'm not just saying shit just because I want to pamper my favorite or, oh my God, like, no, it's the truth. That's all I ever do. And that's why I pinpoint the stuff from the past, like where it's like, yo, remember I told you, and then you was like, and then it came true, and then you was like, oh, nah, fuck that guy. Like, nah, don't get mad at me. Don't get mad at me because I tell you the truth, the way it go down. You understand? I called all this shit with Sony on this podcast this year. That's why I say this is the best body of work I've ever done in my entire career of creating content. Because I've been on point like no other this year. I mean, that's usually always the case. I know, oh my God, look at Red Dick riding himself. Yeah, because nobody else gonna do it. It's the truth. It's the truth. Remember I told you, yo, you know, Nintendo added that little invite friend button. I was like, yeah, watch them not use that shit for nothing. Or be a here and there game user. And where are we? Did I lie? No. I know them. Don't get mad at me for saying the truth because, oh yeah, I'm such a fan. I don't want to hear nothing negative. Nah, then if you don't want to hear nothing negative, loser. Because the world ain't fucking one shade of motherfucking color. It's various colors, various degrees. You can't just live a happy life. Anybody tells you my whole life has been happy is a fucking liar. There's always gonna be things that, I'm sorry, it's just gonna turn out the way you don't want. And it's gonna be times when you gonna hear shit that you do not want to hear. And sometimes it'll be from somebody who's like, yeah, that person just hating, he bullshit. And sometimes it's gonna be from somebody like me, who's gonna just sit there and be like, yo, you don't see this shit? You really don't see this shit? Cause you don't want to see this shit? Cause you're a little fanboy? Oh, that's crazy. But I'm gonna call it how it is, cause you see what I'm saying? Like, I gain nothing from sitting there pampering these companies or pampering y'all. You know what I'm saying? The listener. Like, oh yeah, make me feel good. Tell me what I want to hear about my console. I'm gonna tell you what you want to hear. You don't know you want to hear it today, but I'm gonna tell you. I remember telling y'all in 2018, yo, it's about that time, yo. Xbox, they back, baby. They doing some shit. And I was like, yo, I'm gonna get this next console. I'm gonna say, bruh, y'all can do this too. Here we are. I told y'all. I'm always gonna feed y'all the truth. I'm never trying to like, yo, come on here and just open my mouth and just be feeding out some bullshit. Nah, I'm gonna call it the way it is. And when you see all these reviews come out now, and it's just like, yo, everybody like, it's funny. Like, y'all really got nothing to play. Like, Series X, these dudes got 6K, Ori Will and the Wisp, or this, that, and this shit's is in Game Pass, like Doom Eternal, all that. Like, you're not getting the Xbox and not gonna be having nothing to play. You're not gonna get an Xbox and be twiddling your thumbs after an hour or two. I don't care what fellow fanboy IGN guy says. I spent about 8 hours beating the game, and then to complete everything, it was like twice that. I'm like, well, you just must be bad at games. You know what I'm saying? Because that shit is short. DLC, stop lying. You know what I mean? Like, the Astrobot, short. Oh, it's a built-in game. Still, it's short. You know what I'm saying? Most people who play Demon Soul, it's going to be short for you because you've already played it before. Like, Link's Awakening was mad short for me because I played it a billion times. And the better visuals was cool. That frame rate wasn't. But the better visuals was cool. Was that enough to act like, oh my god, it's the greatest thing in the world? No. No, it was a great thing to see. A game that I love and new visuals, awesome. Same way it is awesome for Resident Evil Remake. Same way it is awesome for Demon Soul. Same way it was for fucking Shadow of the Colossus. I get it. You know what I'm saying? But acting like, yo, this is the brand new meaty game, new game. I'm sorry, Gears Tactics is newer than that. That's not an opinion. That is a fact. And everything released this year. Hell, Forza Horizon is newer than that. Because at the end of the day, it's an old game. I don't care how you feel about that. It's the truth. Tell me when I'm lying. You know what I'm saying? Like, you make Ocarina of Time today, it's the fucking Ocarina of Time. Like, I know the part where I'm gonna need the iron boots. I know the part where, fuck, I don't even need the Stone of Agony. I know what the fucking secret is. I played it a trillion times. I know I gotta shoot the fucking arrow to the sun when I'm at Lake Hylia. What the fuck you telling me? Oh, no, but it's new, bro. It's new. Like, nah, it's not. It's old. With a new shade of paint. And that's not a negative thing. But let's not sit here and act like old shit is new. Because when you do that, then you get a Nintendo Switch. A fucking generation where I told you all the Wii U games, right? During their releases, I was like, yo, Wii U first party is fucking incredible. Shit's on PlayStation 4 and Xbox One. Get the fuck out of here. Get the fuck out of here. Well, you want to look at the sales now? Because they got their second win now on the console that wasn't, you know, a fabricated lot on all throughout its first fucking 2 years. They got a hit console and then they dropped those games again. And Animal Crossing, best-selling one, is on the Switch. Smash Brothers, best-selling one, is on the Switch. Mario Kart, best-selling one, is on the Switch. 3D Mario, best-selling one, is on the Switch. Shit, at the rate that new Super Mario Brothers U is selling at this point, best-selling one would probably be on the Switch, 2D Mario game. Mario Kart, yeah, it is. I know, you're like, wait, it's the best one? Yeah, do the fucking math. Mario Kart 8 and Mario Kart 8 Deluxe. Yeah, that's over 37 million. Best-selling Mario Kart game in the world. You know what I'm saying? Like, this is continued. Pikmin, best launch in Japan ever for a Pikmin game. This has not changed. It's been the same narrative. And you want to know why that is? Because those games was fire then. When I was saying it was fire, and people was acting like, oh, you hyping them like they ain't on. No, they were. And here I am. Even when I'm wrong, eventually the universe gonna be like, yo, Rad, we was fucking with you, son. We got you. Here we go, Nintendo Switch. All that shit. You said it was all the best, right? Bam, there it is. I'm just saying. You know what I mean? I'm just saying. Look, I just can't stand the fucking lies and the past that Sony's getting. And when you just watch everything and be like, yo, look at this. Look how they skirt around talking about Sony's whack shit. Just because it's them. Because if it was somebody else, they'd be cooking them. They'd be cooking them. They'd be the friest of fried fucking chicken. Fuck a fried chicken. They'd be a burnt pizza you put in the oven and then you started playing the game and you forgot? Yeah, that's the situation. Fuck that. You know what I'm saying? Get the fuck out of here. Like, I look at the shit and I'm like, yo, these people are so fucking corny, like so fucking corny. Hell, State of Decay. I never played State of Decay. I actually downloaded that and DayZ, right? Because I like zombie shit. So in the summer, I'm going through all the Walking Deads, which I talked about on this podcast. I was going through all the Walking Dead seasons for the fucking, I don't know, 4th time. And I made it through the whole thing all the way to now. I'm all the way caught up, even on Beyond, which I don't really like too much. But anyway, Fear though is fucking amazing. I downloaded those games, right? I was like, you know what, let me download these zombie games. Oh, damn, Series X is right around the corner. I heard State of Decay had mad fucking bugs and shit. I'ma just wait. So yeah, they updated the game already. Yeah, 60 frames per second locked. Everything good money. I uninstalled that shit immediately. And I said, because I'm going to uninstall it on my Series X when I get that. Yeah, that's going to be a brand new game to me. Running better than anything. Does that not count? It's not DLC, so it kind of counts more than Spider-Man. I know that bothers people. But you know it's the truth, right? It's not me making all kinds of scenarios to justify Spider-Man being a new. It's not. It's on PlayStation 4. It's a port. It's something you expect. Facts. That's all I'm doing. I'm only speaking the facts. I don't give a fuck to make people, oh, no, make me feel good. Nah, I'm going to tell you the truth. You're going to have to learn to live with the truth if you come here. Or don't come here. Which many don't. And I get why. Because people are like, yo, I don't want to fucking hit. Yeah, but I'm going to always tell you the truth. I'm going to do what nobody else does. Because it's what I've been doing for a decade. And the real ones who know, they know. They know. You know what I'm saying? And that's just the truth of the matter. Second to none, baby. I've claimed this forever. Never lied. Why? Why would I? And I'm not saying it just because it's me. When you find somebody who got the fucking amount of shit that I've called and shit that came true, then we'll have that conversation. You know what I'm saying? Until then, yeah, put me on God status. You know what I'm saying? Put me on God status, baby. That's where Nas go, that's where I go. Because when it comes to talking this video game shit, yeah, that's where I stand. Fucking best of this shit. Goat of this shit. Straight the fuck up. Facts, baby. Facts. So, yeah, man. Seeing these reviews come out, I just want to see balance. I want to see you mention what makes a Series X great. You know what I'm saying? Like, I see people like, oh, you know, the OS, all the problems of the OS from before are still there. What problems? Go watch my OS video. Find them. That's why I did that video. You want to know why? Because I'm like, yo, people be talking mad shit. I'm going to put the facts in so I can always just point and say, go watch that. Tell me what you can do. Because I was doing shit in that video where people, even in the comments, say, oh, I didn't even know you could do it. I watch so many of these motherfuckers' videos. And again, I say motherfuckers. I don't mean to say they're motherfuckers. It's just the way we talk. Listen, these guys, you look at the upper right corner, excuse me, not upper right corner, upper left corner of their Xbox OS, you see their email be blurred out and shit. I'm like, these motherfuckers don't even know how to fucking take their email off the OS. You look at the OS and then they got the basic bullshit that Microsoft put there. I'm like, they didn't even customize their shit. They talking shit and they don't even know how to use their shit. But I'm supposed to take them serious. And I'm not supposed to call them on that? Come on. If I don't call them, who gonna do it? Nobody else gonna do it. So I'm gonna take the brunt of it. You know what I'm saying? And I'm gonna tell you, yo, on my mama, they don't know what the fuck they doing. And that's the proof right there. Go watch them. Go watch any of them. And you're gonna see that shit there, like the fucking blurring out their ear because they don't know how to use the console. They don't know how to get around the remote. Oh, that's Microsoft. But no, it's your fault. It's not Microsoft. I use the shit. I use the Nintendo Switch. And I use a fucking PC. And I use a fucking laptop beyond my PC. And I use a fucking Apple laptop now. Not the fucking MacBook. Whatever is the main one. You know what I'm saying? That shit now. Like, I mess around with it. I'm not too good with it. I was asking my girl, yo, like, how you copy and paste on this shit? Like, this shit is really different from Windows and all. Yeah, she's like, oh yeah, it's completely different. I'm like, oh yeah, word, it's pretty, but fuck that shit. But for real though, like, I use that. I use her iPhone, my Android phone, like, yo, and I maneuver all of these devices perfect. Got my new TV. I know how to use everything. I calibrate my shit. Everything look beautiful, spiff. You know what I'm saying? Like, and these people can't even be bothered. And then you listen to them, and then these people get paid to do that shit. And then it's like, yo, they can't even be bothered to figure this shit out, and they get a check. That's fucking crazy. Just cut the check this way. I got you. Yo, nah, yo, you too raw, bro. You be cursing too much. Fine, you want me to baby it up? I'll Barney it for you. You know what I'm saying? I love you. Learn how to do some shit and stop talking shit on the internet because you look like a dumb fucking go and eat a dick. I give two fucks. What the fuck you think? That's the way I feel. Sorry, look. I'll be bugging. Yo, oh man. Shit is hilarious, yo. It's just hilarious that last week I had to come on here and do this shit, and I did it again this week because this is like, yo, look at this. This is crazy. And they be like, yo, the place, what somebody said some shit like, what was it? Oh yeah, the Xbox OS hasn't changed. It's the same one from the Xbox One. I'm like, yo, that's a factually fucking ridiculous statement. You can't say listen to what I'm saying. The Xbox One's the Xbox Series S. Hold up, I'm too hype right now. All right, here we. the Xbox Series X OS is the exact same as the Xbox One. Wait, and hasn't changed. That's the whole statement. The Xbox Series X is the same as the Xbox One and hasn't changed. Huh? It just changed. It just changed this summer for insiders like myself. The store is completely different. Mad fast. The console whole OS changed. Everything is rounded now, curved. Yeah, it's not much different. Well, it is different from the original Xbox One, and the OS you got now don't even fucking matter. PlayStations or Xbox. So the truth is, both these shits OSs is gonna be garbage today compared to the one they're gonna have when the next systems are rolling out. And let me tell you, hopefully when the next systems are rolling out, Microsoft does the same thing they did this time, which is keep all the shit and keep it moving and then add on top of it. That's the best thing to do. I hate getting new consoles with new OS. I like getting new consoles with new OSs and figuring out. What you mean figuring out? I ain't never nothing to figure out. What you figure out is that, oh fuck, they don't got no folder. Oh fuck, I can't do this. Oh fuck, I can't. That's what it is. Don't believe me? Sony. You can't jump through multiple games. Can't save games. Can't do that. To hard drive. You know what I'm saying? Like, you find out. And obviously all those things are going to change. And then the system will be finally a complete system, like the Series X is at launch. You know what I mean? but all these OS is going to change. But to sit there and be like, yo, nah, the OSs are the same. It hasn't changed. No, it did change. They just changed the Xbox One because they're keeping parity throughout all of the hardware, even though the Xbox One doesn't have the dynamic themes. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah, it did change. What you said is a factually wrong statement. And I know somebody sitting there, oh, Red, you want them to be so pinpoint and with the shit they say. Don't I do that? Don't I do that? I mean, I need to know enough about PlayStation 5 to sit there and talk about it, right? Don't I do that? So why can't they? And this is literally their 9 to 5. I mean, if that's the case, then, yo, what's good? I know what you're thinking right now. Like, yo, it sounds like Red just trying to get hired. I mean, at this point, how the fuck the best ain't gonna be hired in this industry? Who do it like me? Prediction game. Motherfuckers be listening to Michael Pachter. Mr. Hey, the Nintendo Switch, you should just cancel that whole shit. Like, and be like, yeah, because he has good. But me, the guy who said Zelda will be there at launch, guaranteed. When the whole industry was saying, nah, fuck that guy. The guy who told you Nintendo Switch Online gonna be whack, the same, they just want that money real quick. Didn't lie. Fact. The guy who told you your Xbox is doing this, that, Beam Bow, Game Pass this, Game Pass that Series S drive is going to be the most consumer-friendly thing. Bam, in launch, it is exactly what I said it was going to be. Bow. Come on. Metroid Prime, when it first was revealed, I don't think anybody else can make this shit. I think they're going to have to go over there and get the blueprints and shit from Retro, or just give it back to Retro. Oh, and by the way, I don't see this game coming out till at least 2025. Remember that? Boom. Consistently. 3D Mario, Starfinder Mario, Doom Eternal's complete gameplay a decade before it was even designed. Dude, I got that all on wax too, just in case if you think like, yo, Red Lion, I'll pull it up. Second to none. But now I'm going to stop because you can just now see the chip on my shoulder at this point. You know what I'm saying? It's there, but I don't hide it. I don't deny it. Why would I? You know what I'm saying? Because it's the truth. If nobody going to pat you on the back, you pat yourself on the back. If you ain't got a girl to take care of that. Yo, I'm on one tonight, ladies and gentlemen. All right, we're going to move on now, baby, to the next one. The second quarter of the year 2020 Nintendo financials. Yeah, Nintendo. 68.3 million Switches in the world. And they forecasting selling 24 million by March 31st. So that will put them at, a lot. Fuck doing the math. At a whole lot. Insane. And I would say deserved. deserved because of all the bullshit that they went through with the Wii U. Deserved. And I'm not gonna lie, even though me personally, since I played the Wii U, right? Since I wasn't one of these fuckboys out here who didn't buy a Wii U, no, I had a 3DS and I had a Wii U and a Switch and whatever would be next. But anyway, yeah, the I don't mean to call them fuckboys, man. They're cool people. Yo!